It was the night of the company Christmas party, but in the penthouse on East 64th Street, there was no celebration. Bernie Madoff, the former chairman of NASDAQ, the most trusted man on Wall Street, looked at his sons and said two sentences that would vaporize $65 billion. He said, "It's all just one big lie. It's basically a giant Ponzi scheme." $65 billion. To put that into perspective, that is more than the GDP of entire countries like Croatia or Uruguay. For 20 years, Madoff didn't just steal money, he stole reality. He convinced the smartest people in the world, Steven Spielberg, Nobel Prize winners, global banks, that he had a magic touch. But the scariest part isn't that he did it, it's how easy it was. Today, we take you inside the 17th floor of the Lipstick Building to uncover the mechanics of the crime, the red flags that were ignored, and the dark psychology of the man who broke the world. Before he was a villain, Bernie Madoff was a visionary. In the 1960s, Wall Street was slow. Stocks were traded by guys shouting on a floor. Madoff changed that. He embraced computers. He helped create NASDAQ. He was so respected that he became the chairman of the exchange. He advised the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, on regulations. Think about that. The man writing the rules was the one breaking them.
And he used this reputation
to build the ultimate trap.
Exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Most scammers call you.
Most scammers
They spam
call
your
you.
email.
They spam your email.
He rejected
Bernie?
you.
He
If you had
rejected
$10 million
you.
and wanted
If
to
you had
invest,
$10 million
he would say,
and
"I'm not
wanted to
taking new money
invest,
right now."
he would say, "I'm not taking new money
"You're
right
not a
now."
good fit.
Or, "You're not a good fit."
This triggered a psychological
response called scarcity.
Suddenly, giving
Suddenly,
him your money
giving
wasn't
Bernie
an
your money
investment.
wasn't an
It was a
investment.
privilege.
It was a privilege.
It was a
status symbol.
People begged
People
him to take their
begged him
life
to take their
savings.
life savings.
And eventually, he would do them a favor
and say yes. Madoff's business was literally split into two worlds. On the 19th floor, you had the legitimate trading business. It was bright, modern, filled with screens and traders. This was the front. This is what clients saw when they visited. But the elevator didn't stop at the 17th floor unless you had a special key card. The 17th floor was the cage. Down here, there were no traders, just a few uneducated employees, some hired right out of high school. Their job wasn't to trade stocks. Their job was to create fiction. Madoff would pick a number, say a 12% return for the year. He would tell the staff to look at historical stock prices and pick the winners from yesterday to put on the statements for today. They were literally betting on horse races that had already finished. And the technology? While the world was moving to the internet, Madoff kept everything on paper. Millions of pages of fake trade confirmations. Why? Because paper is hard to search. Paper is hard to audit. If the SEC asked for records, Madoff would bury them in a mountain of paper. And it worked. But you might ask, how do you move billions of dollars without the banks noticing? The uncomfortable truth is, the banks made money too. Feeder funds, groups that collected money from investors to give to Madoff, charged massive fees. As long as the checks cleared, nobody wanted to look too closely at the goose laying the golden eggs. Harry was so terrified Madoff would have him killed that he started carrying a gun and checking under his car for bombs. He sent detailed evidence to the SEC in 2000, 2001, 2005, 2007, and 2008, and every single time, the SEC ignored him. Madoff wasn't caught because the police were smart. He was caught because the money ran out. Well, almost nobody. Enter Harry Markopolos, a math genius working for a rival firm. In 1999, his boss asked him to replicate Madoff's strategy. Harry looked at the numbers for 5 minutes and realized it was mathematically impossible. The market goes up and down. Madoff's chart was a straight line rising at a 45-degree angle. Harry knew it was a fraud. He even feared for his life. 2008 changed everything. The global economy collapsed. Investors needed cash, desperately. In December 2008, clients asked to withdraw $7 billion from Madoff, but Madoff only had about $200 million left in the bank. The Ponzi scheme relies on new money coming in to pay the old money going out. In 2008, the new money stopped coming. The game was over. When the news broke, the devastation was absolute. It wasn't just billionaires losing a yacht. It was the Elie Wiesel Foundation losing its entire endowment for humanity. It was retirees in Florida forced to sell their homes and work at McDonald's in their 80s. And the tragedy hit Madoff's own home. On the second anniversary of his father's arrest, Mark Madoff, Bernie's eldest son, took his own life. Madoff destroyed his investors, his reputation, and his own bloodline. Bernie Madoff died in prison in 2021. Thanks to the tireless work of trustee Irving Picard, surprisingly, about 80% of the lost principal was eventually recovered for victims, a rare miracle in the world of fraud. But the trust, that never came back. Madoff is gone, but the psychology he exploited is alive and well. Whether it's the dot-com bubble, the subprime mortgage crisis, or the latest crypto collapse, the story is always the same. We want to believe in magic. We want to believe there's a shortcut. If Madoff taught us anything, it's this. If someone promises you perfect returns in an imperfect world, run. Does your bank account look safe? Are you sure? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the dark side of finance, hit subscribe. And if you want to know about the next potential bubble that experts are warning about right now, click this video here. I'll see you there.